Hey guys, Larissa with Becozi.net is here. Becozi.net and Becozi.com is an American website with the biggest collection of chunky yarns for hand and arm knitting. We're located in Holland, Michigan. If you're local or if you're visiting, please stop by at our office. We'll love to see our customers here. Today I will be showing you how to make a chunky hat with our updated Loopy stitch yarn. I really like this yarn. It's incredibly beautiful, it's stretchy, it's chunky, it's soft, it's perfect for making hats, and it's perfect for making anything you can imagine. Scarf, pillows, and blankets, of course. So we will be making a hat using these two colors, sage and ivory. As an option, you can make mauve color and ivory, and another option would be beautiful combination of navy blue and mustard. The pompons available in our store also on Becozi.net in the accessories section, and depending what pompon size you would like, you can buy a big pompon similar to this one on the hat, or you can buy a smaller one. It's up to you. I will show you how to connect it to the hat. So for Loopy stitch yarn, we have a few beautiful colors available: navy blue, chocolate or brown, we have navy gray, we have ivory, beautiful sage that we're using today, we have aquamarine, and we have mustard color. So all these colors, and there's also black, I don't have it here. So go to your website, get some yarn, and you can make this beautiful hat for yourself or your loved ones. And let's get started. Okay, guys, so we have this beautiful hats as samples. So this is blush and ivory. This one is navy blue and mustard colors. Beautiful hats. And now we will make a similar hat with ivory and sage color. So let's move the hat out, and depending how big your pom-pom you would like to add, we have smaller pom-poms on our website in the accessory section, and we have bigger ones. So I will actually use the bigger one. So let's get started. We will be starting with our sage color first, okay? And this is a really beautiful color, one of our most popular in chunky chenille yarn. That's why we created this color in Loopy stitch. So what are we doing? We're leaving about 10 inches tail over here for connecting the yarn, and then we're making a loop, and we are inserting our hand inside the loop, and we are making our first stitch like that. So now we have the stitch. It's a little bit bigger than we need to have it, so you can pull working yarn down and make it a little bit smaller. So what are we doing now? We are casting on 17 stitches, guys. Okay, so insert your hand inside this stitch, grab working yarn and pull it out. So here we have 2 stitches. Now insert it again, pull it out, we have 3. If you can see, I'm trying to make them all the same size, and for this reason I actually usually press the bottom of the stitch that was made, and when I'm making a new stitch it's not getting bigger. Okay, so as I said, we are making 17 stitches by casting on this very simple way that is usually used by crocheters when they are using a hook. But we are using our hands, and we are hand knitting, not crocheting. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 3 more. 1, 2, 3. So we have 17 stitches, guys. If your head is a little bit smaller, you can have 16. What do we do now? Turn it on another side and then connect it into a circle like that. Now enter this or take this tail and insert it from outside toward inside, and the last stitch, and actually it's not the last stitch, it's the previous stitch on this side, like that. See, we connected the chain in a circle. The tail will go inside, that it wouldn't be on the way when we're knitting, and now we will be knitting around from the right to the left. So this stitch will sit here, and we will be using these knots in the middle. See, this part of the stitch, this is the middle part of the stitch, not the top, not the bottom, the middle part. You are lifting this middle part, inserting your fingers, grabbing working yarn, and pulling it out. This is our first stitch. Second one, the same way, lift the yarn or the stitch, grab working yarn, and pull it out. The same way for all 17 stitches, guys. Okay, so we will be knitting around this way, and the reason why I flipped the chain on another side and we are using the middle part of the stitch, because this way we will have a beautiful chain on the bottom of the head. So it can be done probably a different way. You can use the top part of the stitch, the bottom, but the bottom of the head will not look as beautiful. So when we're done with our 16 stitches, the last stitch will be a little bit tricky. Let me show, we're almost there. Don't miss this stitch, it's number 16. Here we are, we have all 16 stitches pulled out. What we're doing now, the tail is still in the middle. See this last stitch, stitch 17, it has this knot on the top. So what we will do, we will take the stitch out, and you have this knot over here. You will insert your finger inside the knot and then pull this yarn through like this. This way we connected our chain in a beautiful way, and all stitches are knitted stitches. Now, what we will be doing now? We will be knitting the same simple stitch. Insert your hand, grab working yarn, pull it out for one more row. And after that, we will fold our knitting in half. Let me show you. So we're almost there. This tail is actually, guys, very important because it shows you where you start your row. That's why we're keeping it inside as a marker, that you would know where you started the row and where you finished it. So here we are. We're almost to the start of the row. Here's our tail. This is the last stitch. So we now have two rows, see, 1 and 2. So what are we doing now? We are folding this project in half, like that. And now you see the stitch was knitted. So we're going to the next one, and we keep knitting, and we will be knitting around only in halves like this. So here we are. Now flip it on another side, and now we need these stitches. We will need to make 4 rows before we will switch to ivory color. So when I'm done, this is our row number 3, 1, 2, 3. So when I'm done with 4 rows, I will come back and show you what to do next. Okay, guys, so we have 4 rows done. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now we will be switching to a beautiful ivory color. Okay, so how I'm switching, I'm usually just placing the yarn on the back, and then you're just taking the white yarn and pulling it out. And this one, the tail, I am making a knot with the sage color or any other previous color like that. So you just connect it and it will stay inside like that. So I will keep the sage color hanging there because I will be making 4 rows of white or ivory. And then when I'm done with 4 rows of ivory, I will actually switch back to the sage and I will not be cutting it, and it's actually up to you. You can cut the yarn and then connect it with the simple knot. I will just keep it hanging there and then just connect 2 pieces of ivory inside the head when we are done. So here we are. This is our row number 2, and the sage is kind of on the way a little bit. So you can hide it behind the head and then keep knitting ivory color for 4 rows, guys, okay? So we had cast on and then 4 rows of sage, and now we'll have 4 rows of ivory. When I have 4 rows knitted, I will come back and show you what I will do next. Okay, guys, so we have 4 rows of ivory. So 4 rows of sage, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4 rows of ivory, 1, 2, 3, 4. So what I will be doing now, I will be just taking the sage that was still sitting inside, and I will be twisting it with the ivory like that. See, I will be doing like that 2 times actually. And then I will start sage here. And I started, you see, where we have the marker. This is our still our marker. It shows where the row starts. This is our last row. This is our first row, or vice versa. So here we will start sage color again. So 4, 4, and now it will be 4 sage color rows again. And at this point, we can actually cut the ivory yarn and leave about probably 5 inches. And then we will connect the yarn to the other tail inside the head, and we will weave it in. So, but for now, what we will be doing, we will be simply knitting 4 rows of sage color. So, see, it's just very simple knitting stitch. And when I'm done, I will be back and show you what to do next. Okay, guys, so we are done. We have 4, 4, 4, and we are cutting the yarn. I am keeping about 10 inches. And I will make a knot on the end. This yarn doesn't really unraveling, but it's good to have to avoid this like end being hanging there. So anyway, what do we do now? We are connecting this hat on the top, okay? And I think this head somehow got a little bit longer than I expected. So I will actually take 1 row out. And it's up to you. You can actually try this head on. And if you need 4 rows, then keep 4 rows, because I think it will be better with 3. So I'll cut it here. I'll make a knot. Because if you want a head to be very tight on your head, then it will be 3 rows of sage. If you want it to be a little bit hanging on the top, then make 4, 4, and 4. So now we will be connecting the top of the head. We will take this end and we will insert it in every stitch from inside out, like that. So this is the way to connect the top of the head the tail goes inside every stitch. Don't miss any stitches. And then I will show you how to connect it. Then you pull in, see you pulling and you are connecting the top in the nicely looking flower looking top. Don't lose any stitches. Some stitches are trying to fall off. See, so here we are. We inserted it, the tail inside every stitch. We now inserted in two more, those that were already inserted it previously, just to make it look nicely. And now pull and connect. So this is our connection. It's kind of coming out, but the tail goes inside. And then we will open the head and we will take care of the top first. So pull the yarn tight that there wouldn't be any holes there, just a little one because we'll need to insert our pom-pom. And then I will attach this tail to any stitches inside. I usually do it on the opposite side. So stitches coming out here, grab a stitch here, go underneath, and then you'll have this huge loop. Grab working yarn and pull it. So this way you connected the top nicely. And now we will leave it here because we'll need to connect the pom-pom. But now we will take care of these two ends. So what I will do, I will pull the ivory around the sage, that it would be on the same level as white or ivory, the other end. And then I am simply making a knot. Okay, so making a knot, then secure it with another knot. I probably should leave a little bit longer tail because it's harder to make a knot if you don't. And now we will just cut all this yarn hanging here close to the yarn. Another way to deal with this ends of the yarn, I'm actually using the lighter and I'm burning it a little bit. So, but for now, that's how it will look inside. You will not really see it. And now what we are doing here, we have our beautiful hat. See, this is a beautiful color combination, sage and ivory. Now we're taking our beautiful pom-pom, and this pom-pom has a string inside, but it's coming out on one side, so I will actually put it around this bottom, if I can, that the other string would be on the opposite side, like that. See, they're now on the opposite sides. And if it comes with button like that, you can actually sew the button on the top and then just fasten it if it works this way. I just like to add the string and attach it with the string. So these two strings now go inside the hat like that. That's why we left a little bit of opening here, not a big one. And then when strings are inside, we again are going inside the hat. Here is our two strings, guys. Here's two strings. And we still have this tail of the yarn. So what I am doing, I'm actually making a knot with one string of yarn and and two strings of the pom-pom like that, and then make another one. And then I'm cutting both of them close to connection, like that. Here we are. We connected the pom-pom, and now we can actually fluff it out. And here is the top of our head. Isn't it beautiful? So the only thing we need to do now, we need to take care of this tail on the bottom. So you see that this is the knot on the bottom. So to get rid of this knot, I will place the yarn back inside this stitch over here. And this way we kind of covered it. And then we will cover it from inside out, and it will go all the way over here. See, it kind of like asking to make additional part of the stitch. So here we are. Now we're going inside, and here we will cut the tail close to the knot of the yarn, and then we just simply weave it in. We will put the yarn underneath the stitches inside the hat like that. Here we are. Our hat is ready. It will probably take you 20 to 30 minutes to make it. It's a beautiful hat. It's really warm. It can be easily washed, and it will be your best friend during cold days. This yarn is available only at becozi.net. It's not available in any craft stores. Loopy Stitch, we have 9 colors. So go to becozi.net, get this yarn, and make this beautiful hat. Stay warm and be cozy. Hey guys, Larissa Koidekir with Becozi.com is here. 2 years ago in September, I published my book that called Hand Knitting. I created hand knitting style at the end of 2015, and last year, actually 2 years ago, I wrote a book. It was printed. This book tells you what hand knitting is, the story of my company Becozi, and also we have a few amazing patterns, and every single step how to hand knit is shown in this book. This book is sold at becozi.com and on Amazon. And Amazon you can also buy a Kindle version. So go get this book for yourself or for your loved ones. Thank you.